That one's not coming off. That one's not coming off. That one's not coming off. What's poppin'? So you already know we're back with the wide body build, still doing a lot of parts, box openings. And right here, I have a set of trailing arms. I'm going to unbox these, show you. If you've already been on the Instagram, you might have seen a reel on those. Please go to the Instagram page, updates on the build, plus stuff I'm doing in between these episodes. Mainly a bulk of the bigger videos as you're seeing right now on the YouTube, but several other types of content on the Instagram page and TikTok. So check those out. So let's go ahead and get these open, get these unwrapped. Again, because I had to open them and check them due to the coating, and that's something else we're going to talk about, as well as we're going to do a disassembly on these, and I'll explain why. So let's get into it. So these are S1 built trailing arms. I'm gonna get one out of here. One out of here right here. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy put right there. All right, and let's go ahead and take this one and get it over here. Get it off the workbench. Let's move this one right on in. All right, so these are S1 built trailing arms. We're gonna get these unwrapped. I'm gonna explain why I went this route and what I think is beneficial if you're considering it to go that route as well. Big shout out to S1 Built for getting these drummed up and made. They were just on the East Coast not too long ago, taking apart big deals out here. And this is what we have. So yes, the gold tone is definitely something that I wanted. The only thing is the powder coater who did this didn't do enough of the gold, and I'm not sure, nor is the current powder coat company that I have doing my other parts, sure if they use the right base, okay? So when you do these things, when you do these things, it's important that you use the right base to get the color or the tone that was outlined in your sample, okay? Usually they put it on metal, send it to you so you know what it looks like. If you use a different base, the tone's gonna look different. We've went ahead and chose I forgot what this one is called. It's like brassy gold tone something, but it requires that you use a chrome base. You know it's the holidays, like Amazon trucks are going crazy right now. But it requires that you use a chrome base. You can use other bases, but like I said, the tone's gonna change. So here in the S1 built trailing arm, I am really satisfied with this. As you see, new hubs, 4-lug, of course, 4x100, very strong, very sturdy, totally different design than the OEM. Spherical bushings back here, which the toe will go in here. I have K-tune upper cambers, and of course I have MPC lower LCAs. So everything that's attaching to this is getting refinished and recoated, and that's why it's going to be very important that I go ahead and submit these with the rest of the metal components that are getting finished. Like I tell you, this truck is aggravating as hell. I just wish they would leave. I just wish they would get the hell on somewhere. I mean, I don't know if they can even drive, but they can't drive. He's backed out of there and went back in like 3 times. He obviously cannot drive, can't use the mirrors, can't do shit. But anyway, so yes. So as it sits right here, these are awesome. Why did I choose these? Why did I choose to spend the amount of money on these? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Yes, you can find OEM trailing arms, but if you look for brand new OEM trailing arms, you're likely going to find that they are still a bit pricey, up in the $500 price range, maybe per, plus all the attaching parts that you're going to get. If you look for older trailing arms that are used, you might wind up in a situation like mine. We had the trailing arms, we were gonna use those OEM trailing arms. The actual bushing that would have went right here, which is where the S1 built spherical fixture is, it was seized up. I mean, we used all types of penetrant. APP used mouse milk, which is an avionics type penetrant, which is very good. I've used it before. I've met nothing that mouse milk didn't solve. It didn't solve that. So now it became a decision, if I find another set that's on another 20+ year old car, am I still gonna run into the same situation? Possibly. So most people want about $500 per set unless you go pull them out of junkyard, which is a lot of hoopla. But with this build going the direction it's going, why not go big or go home? Not to mention, if you notice in here, in this area, in the area where this hub is, now these are rear. So your rears don't usually have drive shaft gear teeth because it's a front wheel drive car. Well, the S1 built have that. Okay, so not only do I have a well-constructed, more probably reinforced trailing arm with spherical bearings, with new hubs and bearings and studs, but now I have a system that if I choose to go all-wheel drive, I don't have to buy these again. Okay, I got to just get the rest of the kit, the drive shaft, the trans, all that stuff, but I don't have to go through the trouble of these anymore. So what that does is leave me open to other options. But what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go ahead and break these down because we're gonna send them back out for powder coat. So we're gonna start with getting these hubs off. I already talked to Sanyo over at Mayland over at S1 Built. There are no real specific torque mount values for these. Just go ahead and get them on tight. Like you said, it's pretty hard to mess it up. So we're gonna go ahead and start taking off some of these components. We got our driver right here. We're just gonna put that, and as you see right there, that's not coming off. That one come off. So that one came off right there. That one's not coming off. That one's not coming off. That one's not coming off. So none of those are coming off. So we're gonna have to get the big boy out to get those off. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can take the spherical bushing portion off. Now that we have our two sizes, we can just go quickly to those. This is coming out, so we got this out. Right. So go ahead and see if we can get this out of here. We know these are loose. They have some nuts in here, I see right there. So we'll get those nuts off. All right, take this one off. Good thing is they don't have far to go. Like there's so many gaps in here. It's not gonna get stuck in there. You'll be able to get that out easily. Now we are going to bag all these components, put them in a box and make sure we mark them with the appropriate trailing arm so that we're sure that it's going back with the same one, that it's matched with the same one that it was installed on. Not that it might matter, but the point is if it does matter, then let's just go ahead and cover that and get that taken care of. All right, so now I would imagine that this is all good. So what we're probably gonna do is probably have to put a little bit of some tough love in here with a hammer to get these out. I would imagine that that is the case. Yeah, that's the case, so. There it goes. Definitely won't cause any obstruction with the metal. We'll get a little bit more pressure on that. There we go. Let's go side to side, get this thing up out of here. And there we go. Bada bing, bada boom, it is out of there. Now go ahead and blow all that stuff out of there. And the reason I use something like this, yeah, it can get a little messy, but it gives. And it's real easy to clean up, and at least you don't scar or score your metal. So now we're just gonna go back in here, put these countersunk bolts back in, make sure we keep all the hardware together with the pieces. This piece should not be as difficult to get out because it's not lodged in here in a bore. It's just sitting flat on top. And then on this side, this part just pretty much goes through, and it's smaller than the ID of this OD. The ID is bigger than the OD of the hub. So shouldn't have any issues there. We do want to keep this socket bolt right there. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn this over, use that tire again. I'm gonna get a bigger impact, a 1/4 inch impact to knock these off because they are on with quite a bit of torque, enough torque to where this Milwaukee's not taking care of the job. 1/4 inch impact, 1/4 to 3/8 adapter. Go ahead and grab our Allen and let's get it in. This should break it off here. There we go. Boom. Game time. And evidently there is a little bit of something stuck in there as a board, so we're just gonna tap this out. Wow, there we go. I'm telling you, dead blow rubber mallet is something that you have to have in your arsenal. There you go. It looks like a bit of Loctite. So they did have some Loctite on there, so keep note of that. So when you reassemble these, you put some Loctite on it. I wanna say that almost looks like 222. It's definitely a good solid Loctite, so we will put some Loctite back on there because we don't want these coming loose. There aren't any safety wire holes on there, so we'll keep that in note. So right there, we're done. We've broken this thing down. We're gonna cut these off. We don't need them. They put them in there for shipping, which is I'm glad they did, to keep anything from, basically, if these were to try to get bent or maybe somebody dropped it, that piece in there would support it. But we don't need them right now. We'll keep them on there. Take them to the powder coat shop, they'll remove them and probably reinstall them, and that way we'll have them going forward. But this is definitely gonna get redone. This gold is gonna come out looking a ton times better. I'm going to come back with another video and show you what they look like when they're redone. It's gonna cost me a little bit more money because I paid them to get these done, but it's gonna cost a little bit more money because it's powder coat. And anytime a powder coat shop is going to have to bust down a finish, if it's powder coat, they charge a little bit more versus if it were just spray paint. Spray paint comes off like it's nothing. So like I said, make sure you go back, put all your hardware with the units. You don't have to just full on tighten it in there. A few threads to make sure that they don't come out anywhere, just to where they start snugging up. And we'll go ahead and put these in a box, likely a box together, put them bagged, and then I'll label them to say which unit this came off of. And if you just go ahead and think about it, this is gonna be your rearmost section right here where your camber arm goes, and this goes back to where the toe link is. So then right there, up there where the toe link is, so you could pretty much say that this is the driver's side, left-hand side. So your camber arm, your lower control arm, your camber arm, your toe link. So this to tell you that this is actually the driver's side, left side. So we'll mark all of these left side, driver's side components, and then it'll be done. Wrap this back up in bubble wrap, and for transport going to the powder coat shop, put it with all the rest of the stuff, and then bada bing, bada boom, we'll see what they come back like. So not only an open box, but a small little tutorial about how to get these pieces out. I'll take a little brush, little nice boar head brush, or boar hair brush, just clean a little bit in there, blow a little air in there, that stuff will come out. So, hey, don't forget to subscribe, follow the Wild Bodybuilders going on. I'm going to do the paint color drop on the YouTube channel. I'll probably do it live when I pick up the car, so I will see you all soon. I'm gonna try to find out something else. I don't wanna have to wear this all the time. I'm working on something. I'm gonna rig up something here. I saw that they had a nice little rig that I'll probably buy myself for Christmas that goes up, and I can put all the camera stuffs on it. So especially when I do these installs, I can have cameras up here, cameras right there, whatever the case is. Hopefully I start making money on this YouTube, and I can put the money towards build stuff and equipment. So big shout out to y'all. I'm out. Peace. Thanks for tuning in and watching another video here at Wolfpack Performance. Check out some of my other content on Formula One issues, our topics, and our DIY products on how to customize your vehicle. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.